Welcome back, everyone. I'm Shinigami Tapras, also known as Boomer, and tonight we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. We do this off of whatever donations you guys give us, and for the fun of it. We're not sponsored by anyone or anything like that. It's live on Thursdays here on Twitch, and then comes out on Saturdays on YouTube. Um, Unfortunately, we don't have part of our party, so tonight we're doing the side adventure campaign of the Emerald Dawn. Where last time we had a TPK.
Yeah.
Last time Leslie's character did not was not here, so her character carried over from the previous game that she was in. But unfortunately for you two,
Taken from us too soon.
without further ado, your respective characters, whoever they be, are in a port town, and we've gone through this 100 times, and I'm not going to describe the. It's the same every time of the.
I would like to make a note about why my character gets on it.
Sure.
It misstates it for a spell jamming craft.
Excellent. I mean, for all. In all purposes, it might be a spell jamming craft for all they know. Because.
It did just kind of like do another world,
Exactly.
which it understands the concept of.
So for your character,
Yeah.
I forget what was the name of
Sid.
Sid. Sid wakes up in the morning before everybody else and is hungry, and like dips out before anybody else go to go get food.
Mm-hmm.
And about this time is about the like shortly after Sid finishes eating breakfast. There's a big ruckus because at the port there's another ship.
Mm-hmm. Sid will go and towards the ship and check it out. See who's coming off now.
There's a big. It's much like most of the other ships that have come, and it is for Sid. It's almost been every day that they've been there that a ship has arrived, which is sort of odd since it looks like the same ship every time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only about 20 to 30 people that get off every time, but it is an amalgamation of oddities and races, creeds, that some of them try to hide what they are. Some of them are definitely like very proud,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also the oddities in dress and so forth. So, what do we all do?
So, Sid is there to support when we wind up getting off.
Yes.
I imagine that your character, being sort of a machinist type, would probably be curious about the seemingly animated puppet that just kind of strolls off of the ship,
Okay.
standing slightly over 5 feet tall, wearing a mask that is half red and half white. Very little else. It's just like a wooden puppet body with like stone joints and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not that fancy. You see a 6 foot. Let me make sure I got my description. 6'4" man, red hair, blue eyes. He looks like he's always outside. And if you know what Legionnaire armor looks like, it's kind of stylized like that.
No.
Yeah. Well, you played Skyrim.
Yeah.
The Nords, the other guys, kind of similar
Okay.
ish. And he's got a shield and he's got a spear over his shoulder, and he just kind of looks around like.
Mhm. I will immediately go over to the robot and poke it.
Can I help you, small one?
Oh, you can speak.
Of course. Of course, about this time you realize that the voice is not coming from the creature, but it's kind of echoing in your head.
Oh, that's cool. So, most people are from all over the place. Where are you from?
Many places I've been traveling world to world on ships, much like that one.
Common thing for you to try and get on random ships?
It has been. Most of them have not stayed attached to the water.
You're
I'm
witnessing
not.
this.
Yeah, I'm just kind of watching this because I actually wrote in with this being. So more of just kind of watching out of curiosity as to what is happening.
I'm assuming that you're probably looking over it, trying to
Yes.
figure out like what
What the
that.
mechanisms are and everything.
You would notice that there does not seem to be much in the way of attaching mechanisms. It is almost as if the wooden parts of the body are gliding over the stone parts of the body. It does not appear to be actually mechanical. There is something else keeping it attached.
So magic.
It's
Magnets.
possible.
Well, I've tried building things, but not this intricate.
Master was a puppet maker. Created me from another.
Your mother?
Do you know where the bar is?
Yeah, it's this way. Are you joining us, really tall man?
Sound of bar.
Okay, so you make your way to the bar. Today,
What we're getting today.
Oh, you would see my character is very much in steampunk attire. Steampunk-esque attire.
If we were used to things like that.
what did I do with that book?
With a little grease on her face from
Oh, there it is.
one of her past endeavors.
Today, at the Two Doors Tavern, we have the pointy ears to the left and all others to the right.
20 of ears?
Pointy ears.
20 ears. Hmm.
I do not have conventional ears. I guess
Moving around.
Then we're all going through the same door. This will be fun.
many times I have heard a bard described as fun. Still don't marvel.
Inside, you have a fairly large group of people getting together, drinking and whatnot.
I'm going to sort of scan around, see if I can see any sort of insignias that might pique my interest, having been on spell jamming vessels.
Give me a perception check.
That's not very good. Perception. Not currently. So that is plus 4, so that is a 9.
You do not recognize it.
That did not roll like it was supposed to.
Yeah. I'm just going to order a drink.
Okay. They look at you and they're like, copper piece.
Sure.
Sid is also ordering.
It's a copper for standard drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any sorts of food?
They reach under the bar and they put a bowl on the on top of it,
The nuts.
and it's mixed nuts.
How much?
Are you drinking?
Alcohol is bad for my form.
I'll have theirs.
The nuts are free with drinks.
Give me a light beer.
Like beer.
A morning beer. Excellent. And they put a morning ale in front of you. And for what you would consider a light beer, this is not. It's definitely lighter than like most other beers in the time frame, but like what for what we as people consider light beer, this is still like it's pretty heavy on the stout end, but it is what they consider a morning ale, which is it is lower ABV, but
My character's resistant to poison, so and they're also I highly doubt they are actually capable of getting drunk like a human can. They don't really have organs.
Yeah, I'll do it.
so we're gonna go with dwarf. The way that dwarves get drunk, lots and lots of it to get drunk, or you have to order something special.
I'm pretty sure there'd be some other consequences at that point, just given what my character is. Copper piece for
Copper piece for an ale. If it's anything special, it's a copper piece.
So my name is Sid. It's nice to meet you. I don't know your names, but I'm gonna just say nice to meet you anyway.
pulls the mask forward, puts the nut under. There is no sound of chewing.
Einar Foss, Engineer Medico.
No, got it.
Or you can call me Foss. Either.
I am the seventh, so others have called me seven.
7 it is.
CYD.
ID. Ooh.
It's spelled like a dude's name.
Slaw.
Yeah.
Sid Vicious. What?
Oh. What is there to do in this town?
Well, it's a new upcoming town, so there's lots of stuff to do. If you go down that way, there's a billboard with all sorts of jobs that people post up, but don't take the flyers down. Just look at them and go to the person. They don't take the flyers down until the job's done. I learned that hard. You could also buy land. You could adventure out into the outside, but I wouldn't recommend going too far. It's a bit sketch.
New wilderness.
It's been a while since I've been exposed to something like that.
So I was promised work,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess work is on that billboard.
All the people are pretty alright. At least from my experience, except for the weirdo that's outside the town. He's kind of odd. He smells.
Is he paid?
I don't think so. He lives in a job. But he has a job. Well, he has a job he likes.
Stinky guy outside.
Yeah, assuming right.
So you go out and look at the billboard.
Might as well.
It's on your screen.
I point at the weird name and I said, "That's the stinky
Bob Black.
guy."
Missing many adventures outside the wall.
Rappers needed high pay with bonus. See the adventurers get.
Farm handling. I joined the region, so I didn't have to. So that's not mine.
As used as I am to ships, I do not wish to be a dock worker.
The sheep and goats. Probably trying to help.
High pay.
I point at the missing adventurers outside the wall. I said, "A lot of my recent people kind of had that happen to
You don't know that
them."
because they were all there this morning when you
Oh,
left
yeah.
to go to breakfast.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
does this mean that
This
we
is same
technically
day.
arrived in the
It's
same?
the same day, and
Okay.
So we arrived on the same ship that his other character would have been on.
yes,
Scratch that then. I misunderstood.
Yeah, this is where the dimensions converge, and we have to be careful and not see each other.
in my head right now, the super bird and all is going to the bar. You guys just left, so it's that like.
There's
I would say mapper or finding some sheep and goats. Done any of these?
I would have considered the mapper thing, but I was kind of scared. They don't have a lot of work for people like me.
What do you mean?
I build things, like metal things.
It seems like there'd be plenty of work for that.
I'm not very good.
there would not be plenty of work for that. Hmm.
Oh, it says ingredients.
In-
I knew that's what it's. My character was like, oh, that's what he's been.
I'm guessing your character was staring at that for so long.
Oh,
that-
trust me writing that, it hurt me so bad trying to like
Ingridon.
ingredients.
Blah blank.
Zabla. Oh, trust me, me writing that was like,
I think
No.
we need. I think this man might need brain surgery.
He is not a man. I don't know what he is.
What did he look like?
Very odd, short.
Any more details?
Was he green?
He was steel. Looked like a tiny little lizard person.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh. Oh. They usually are an odd sort.
Once again, he is very stinky. I wouldn't recommend going there.
Lucky for me, I do not have olfactory receptors.
What are you guys thinking?
I would say check out the Northwest Farm. It's Frank.
For the sheep?
Surely, if there's a farm nearby, they wouldn't be far.
Yeah.
Something has taken.
That is possible.
To the northwest.
I forget, where is the billboard at?
The billboard, it's actually, there's two of them. They are identical on either side of the
Gotcha.
bridge.
As you can see, there's not a lot of development in this town yet. But the big fancy houses been there first. That's why they're so big.
Makes sense. What's the tent city of it?
That's where new people are. They have bought the land or they just rented it. I'm not real sure. I just know that there's people that stay here.
A place to set up tent would be nice.
There's an inn over there, but it's very open. You share rooms with like everyone.
Nothing new for me.
No.
So we head to the farm.
Okay.
So you head to the farm. When you get closer to the farm, you do pass the windmill, and it is a fairly large. Like you can tell, this is a fairly large setup. Not only are there crops that are already put out, but there is a fenced off area where sheep and goats are around, but there's what you would for the size of the pen. It is definitely 3 sheep and 3 goats.
That's pretty small.
Yeah, but the pen would definitely hold like 4 to 5 times that.
If these are sized correctly, there appear to be a lot of livestock missing.
I wonder what they're paying. It's like a gold a piece or something. Pretty good thing.
So, I'm guessing we walk up to the farmhouse.
The door creaks open, and there's like a little kid there. They help you.
Saw the ad about your sheep and goats.
Dad, sheep and goats.
Sure.
He's in the fields.
It's
I'd like to point that as my character's walking, they are not like shifting side to side like a person. Their arms are swaying back and forth.
just adding to the creep factor.
You start walking through the fields a little bit, and after about a minute, you hear from behind you, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we saw your ad about needing help with your sheep and goats.
Sheep and goats. That's right. They've been missing.
Did they just like run away or?
Sheep and goats don't run away that far. I got me a good herding dog. He can normally find them. He can't find these. I get the ones that were taken by the big creature that flies. But those we know because definitely get the alarms from the walls. Lets you know that since the walls have been put up, I did put my goats and everything next to the wall on purpose. Yeah, I use that brain. I I've had less problems since the walls have come up about the flying creatures. But this time around, I think something else got them, but I'm not sure what.
Is there any tracks away from the farm?
Not much of a tracker.
Perhaps we should go investigate.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, this character, what can he track?
What's your signal?
30.
-1.
Well, at least I know I will. I don't know about these two. Wouldn't mind helping.
Mhm.
They're good. You get me back my goats and sheep. I get you some food, lots of food. I also give you a little bit of gold, maybe.
To start,
Food and gold.
you actually eat?
Sometimes.
You did eat a nut earlier.
Well, I saw it just
Actually-
appear, but I'm not sure.
I actually ate a small hand. One at a time. Would you mind if we take a look around the tent?
Don't mind at all. Now, if Roger comes out and starts barking, just tell him to go home. He'll leave you alone.
How
You're
many
very
people come
astute
barking?
there.
How many people come barking?
Mhm. I don't know.
It could
It
be
could be fun.
could be a theme.
Right, so take a look at the pen and
Okay.
try and spot tracks.
Give me a survival check.
And both of us?
Yeah,
Oh, that's plenty for 24.
that's 14.
14. With a 14, you do see like there are the typical goat and sheep, and there is dog prints, but there are definitely like other prints that don't match either a human shoe or a human's foot that are in amongst the bin. With the 24, you notice that there are a bunch of there are two very distinct types of footprints, other than humans, dogs, and the hooved sheep and goats.
Would this be any sort of print that in my travels I would have seen before?
Possibly, but you're not 100% sure what they are exactly. Both of them are of the smaller foot, but they both have clawed toes.
Almost like some sort of reptilian creature?
Um,
Or more like a bird?
Neither.
Hmm.
It's definitely like a human biped with
So some sort of Aryan throat or beastman type thing.
possible.
Going to like compare the size of my foot to it.
It's about half the size.
Small animalistic human biped. Possibly, possibly rare.
Nothing I've run across that.
They're like werewolves, but smaller and dirtier.
There too.
Mhm.
And I will be playing this out. My character hasn't really.
What's fine.
What'd you find?
Your city tracks some sort of animal escaped being a biped.
Hmm. We should follow them.
They lead outside the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Do
they,
it.
do they lead outside?
I will be fine. I think.
Do you continue to track them?
Yes.
I will need another survival check.
Assist?
Yeah.
With the higher the 10, I'm guessing.
Yes. Okay.
So that is a 14.
14. You're able to track them since you were able to figure them out earlier. It's easier to find them in the mud and the dirt than previously. You follow them out towards the wall, and then they split up. Basically, like once it gets to the other side of there is a fence because the fence isn't like directly on the wall. But once it gets to the other side of the fence, they like both go in opposite directions.
Is there be
Or grab
supposed to
it
be
more.
multiple?
So one of them is more narrower than the other. So which one are you going to follow?
Do either of them have what looks like hoofprints with them?
No. And that's part of the reason you can follow them a little bit easier once you like knew what you were looking for was all of a sudden like basically closer to the fence line, it looks like they start to like sink in a little bit deeper into the ground.
Let's follow these narrow ones first.
Mm-hmm.
You follow the narrow ones. You follow them around, and basically they start to go north. They go behind the windmill into the open field, and then they get to the wall, a section of the wall, and it looks like they go into the wall.
Oh.
I'm going to walk right up to that section of the wall and just put my hand.
It's a hard surface.
Oh, that's interesting.
Is there like a...
Does it look like the tracks are like really deep right there at the wall before they disappeared?
Give me a perception check.
Like someone jumping is my thinking. Nope. That's 4.
No idea.
I'm going to be like checking the wall out, see if there's like any sort of seams or anything.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Help with that.
Guidance.
Guidance. Let's let it be full.
Yes.
Yes. I know that one oh too well from playing Baldur's Gate here recently.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I love it.
I still have only played the early access.
Me and Corb are doing the co-op version of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we both have our like we play our own character and one of the like NPCs.
Okay.
So I'm carrying the cleric. So and if you're grouped with them, they give you the ability to like if they have abilities like that, you get a chance to use their ability to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So my character being a bard, we're using me as the talker,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't even think about it. The fact that I have the cleric as my NPC. I get like anytime any type of ability check comes up, I have a button to click that gives me that she'll cast guidance on me. And
Oh.
by gosh, it has saved our asses more than once.
17.
17. You search the wall for a little bit, and you find out that there is a brick that is slightly off from all the others. And as you like, it does move.
Pull. Push.
As you push, it clicks, and the wall, part of the wall,
wonder if they know that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We should probably tell the guard once we get back.
Go over to that section of the wall and push slightly.
Okay.
See if it like opens up.
Yes.
Hmm.
Inside the basically, as you look, there's a path, and there's basically there's a opening in between the two sections of the wall, so the wall is hollow.
Just in that spot.
It looks like it goes both ways.
Huh. That's kind of suspicious.
Hmm.
You want to go in?
Lightly step through. Being cautious about where I'm stepping. Not hitting any sort of pressure plates or anything.
Give me a perception check to cautiously go through without stepping on something.
Is it dark in there?
It is. There are no lights.
Cast light on into my sphere. Hold it above.
Ah. 5.
You step in and don't seem to see anything. So
Bunch of monsters. Oh,
With perfection right now, I don't believe I can give myself something.
Can I check for traps?
you can.
Is it an investigation?
It is an investigation.
guidance.
Thank you.
You lose your guidance. You gain.
That was the thing, is like it carries over in the game, but I think this is like it's once it's used, it's you have to cast it again.
16?
16.
Mhm.
So that's part of the D&D 1 concept. Is guidance is going to be I think it's like last for a minute or something. What's the
Yeah, it's concentration up to 1 minute.
okay? So it's any no. So it is any ability checks and whatnot you do for that minute, if I remember correctly.
We'll dive for after making the ability check.
So for a minute, anybody that makes so that's in the game. That's what they're attempting to mimic.
Mhm.
Here it says they can roll that, then the spell then ends.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that better.
Yeah, because it makes more sense that like, oh, it takes a minute as long as they can maintain concentration. But why does it end after a single use? Like, why can't I continue to?
Mhm.
Be guided.
Yeah. 16.
Yes.
You don't see any traps.
Well, I don't see any traps, so you might be safe. Shall we?
Yes, just keep on going.
Carry on. I'll hold the light.
Mm-hmm.
20 bright, 20 dim.
Mm-hmm.
So, which direction you go, right or left?
Right is always the best.
Right is going. Better way to look at it. Also, right is going towards the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Left is going back towards town.
Okay.
Or the main
And
gate.
I'm guessing we don't see any tracks past this point.
You'd have to give me another survival check.
I'll help you.
And then I'll change up. Just like, yeah, let's keep touching. Have some pros guide you. Something like that.
Is that a 20?
That is in it.
I think that's 20 plus a 4. Plus
28.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got a net 20 earlier, which was a 24, so plus
Yeah.
a 4, that'd make it 28.
Yes.
With a 28, yes, there are tracks inside the wall. They lead to the left.
I guess I was
To the
wrong.
Left. Tracks are this way.
Never said I was always right.
You follow the tracks, and after basically what would be about the same amount of time it took you to like walk this way from the farm, they disappear.
Hmm.
Start investigating the wall.
Okay.
I will help you.
Yeah, you still have like 9 minutes. But I would guess now it's been a minute. So
Yeah, it's definitely been a minute since the last time.
Hurry up.
So no got it.
Yes.
Hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up.
The
Yep.
wonderful, yes, that's the wonderful thing. of the game.
And I can use it like crazy because this is not tiring.
Yeah,
So that's a 14.
14. For the 14, you this time it's one of those. It's not a brick that moves. There's a rock on the ground that, as you like, and it is sort of you accidentally kicked it and it didn't move.
Shift it side to side. Forward, back.
No,
Push it down.
it clicks down. As it clicks down, the floor in front of you starts to shake.
Holy
Backing up.
It slowly starts to descend on its own, and it makes a staircase going down.
This is so cool. It's like those mansions you read about that have the secret passages.
I like it.
Shall we? Is it darker down there?
But it's no darker than what you've already been in because
Light is not concentration.
it's not.
So touch a copper piece and dispel it off my spear. Just
But you can only have one instance of it at a time.
that's what I said. Spell it
Yeah.
off my spear. So then I'll just have it, the coin go down the steps and it'll just
Okay. It goes down quite a bit, and you can see that there is a like cave or
something.
I have dark vision for 60 feet.
Light.
You fancy.
light screws that with with the fact that
Yeah.
So we're still within the sphere of the light then?
well that's the thing is when the sphere of the light goes down the stairs, you're able to see in the catacomb you're in, but down the stairs it is you're going that's it and the way that I do dark vision is slightly like it's one of those you actually have to think about activating it. So it's almost like night vision. So you don't really want to look down there because you're like, yeah, that's bright.
They gave this, like, dark vision, like, eyes.
It's their way of giving it something that's not blind sight.
And
Because
I'd say
they
it's kind
probably
of like blindside.
They
but
did-
not blindside.
Blindside's a little bit, a
okay.
bit much, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they were going with that. Was they didn't want to give it blind sight, but they did.
Let's continue down this creepy hallway thingy.
So you can continue down the hallway, or you can go down the stairs.
That's what.
Yeah,
Down the
sorry, down the stairs.
Down the steps.
Down the steps you go.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the
Gonna be stealthy at this point.
okay.
Advantage for you.
Medium or heavy armor?
What scale?
The medium.
Medium.
Why does mine say A/D? For stealth.
You have advantage and disadvantage. Click on it. You should target it. There you go.
Anything that gives me bonus itself, I don't believe I do yet.
Oh, if you're not wearing armor,
Mhm.
you have advantage. If you have armor, disadvantage,
Oh,
I guess.
okay. Because when I clicked on it, it said armor model with armor worn.
Armor model has the advantage, and then with armor worn, disadvantage.
So it just canceled out.
I guess.
I'm sorry.
Where is your character? What are they in a campaign?
Does this have to do with like infusions?
The campaign is not. It's Caustic Tales of Crest that I.
Okay.
Just go ahead and get
I'm just trying to
You're good.
see what it's doing there. Okay, so stealth.
He's a medic. He's not trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
I'm very confused. It's Gale Mail that I'm wearing.
Oh, so that would give you the disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Let's see.
There must be an ability of yours that can make the disadvantage. Being a participant.
Maybe one of the infusions? Or
I did a different kind of Artificer this time because I wanted to explore all the. I wanted to try a different one. And
Okay, as an action, you can turn a suit of armor you are wearing into arcane armor.
Oh.
What the is arcane armor?
it's a kind of. It's an action, so it's got to be a spell or something.
Arcane armor.
What's it?
Your metallurgical pursuits have led you to making an armor conduit for your magic. As an action, you can turn a suit of armor you are wearing into arcane armor, provided you have smith's tools on hands. Then you can choose to make it either like infiltrator armor. Oh, that's the type that you took was infiltrator or
Yeah.
guardian.
So go heavy or light, basically.
Infiltrator, lightning charcoal launcher, and I don't know what the rest of it does because I'm just reading what it.
It's basically Iron Man.
That's what I was figuring.
A gem-like note appears on one of your fists or on the chest.
Basically, they're just like this little walking metal thing. And you're just like,
walking metal thing.
Oh wow, that's also an interesting thing. Say your character's missing an arm. When you don the armor, that arm appears and is just full animatronic.
so you're just using your mind basically to.
Make it work. Yeah,
That's badass.
I would intentionally make a character that was like
That-
one
Legless or
arm.
something.
my character is actually missing
Okay.
There you go.
an arm.
Yeah, they did that in Fallout 4. Brotherhood Still, one of the engineers is walking around in power armor. She has no legs because that's why she's walking around in power armor. So.
So should I roll with disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Because basically it's one of those you can retract and deploy the helmet as a bonus action. As an action, you can retract and deploy it on your body. The armor replaces any missing limbs functioning identical to the limb it's replaced. You can doff or don the armor as not. It also expands to cover your entire body. So basically, whenever you activate it,
Mm-hmm.
So do you get advantage if you're not wearing it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is why? Because it says both.
Yeah.
Wait, does Infiltrator give you that?
Armor model. What is armor model?
I went a little over creative with this.
Pretty cool.
Is that a? No, no, that's an artificer subclass. Oh, it might be part of the infiltrator thing.
Okay.
Okay, what book is this all from?
Whichever one has the Artificer.
I'm pretty sure it's the
Watches.
yeah.
You've basically hit a thing where I'm like dumbfounded.
Are you impressed though?
It's cool. We'll give it that. And that's part of the reason I'm doing this odd world for our side games
Mm-hmm.
is so that if you want to do anything like this is where you do it.
Specializations, armor. Infiltrator. Dampening field. You have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. If the armor normally imposes disadvantage on such checks, the advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out as normal.
Cool.
So you have normal stealth,
Oh.
unless it's not activated, in which case you
Which you still just roll
normal because it's not applicable. So normal stealth at all times.
Then it's a 14.
As a matter of fact, because all advantage and disadvantage cancel out, you always have normal stealth, regardless of any other consequences, any other circumstances.
So would you say that's what we could say scale metal Laraika would be?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much skill. I mean, scale metal it's basically brigantine.
Right.
It's the like and studded leather is like brigantine-esque.
Yeah.
That's the
So it would be
one.
some-
I can't see.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, which is brigantine. The reason I say studded
Okay.
leather is brigantine-esque is like typically there's no reason to put studs
right.
in the leather, and the only thing that anybody can come up with what they were going with for for D&D when they first came up with it was they were going for a type of brigantine And then they go, well, then it makes no sense to have scale mail. Other than scale mail, they're actually using maybe scales of a dragon, which then you're definitely going with brigantine, but like,
Yeah. That's why the Dragon Riders and Dragon Knights are so fancy, because they have dragon scale armor.
yeah. Welcome to new things. Let's look it up. Look it up. So, 14.
Mm-hmm.
6.
19.
Okay. So anything that could hear it can hear
At least hear me.
it. Yeah.
May not hear y'all. Definitely hears me.
I feel like your character's going.
There's actually very little sound.
Really?
Like, it, if you actually manage to hear its footsteps over the clanking there, it almost sounds squishy.
Oh, okay. Like you got glue. You
Again,
got gum on your
just
shoes.
adding to the disturbing.
I like it. I like it. It's interesting.
As you walk down the hallway, it's definitely not well hewn. Like inside the wall, it was definitely one of those you could tell that there's man-made on each side.
Yeah.
This looks more like it was like carved out of the ground. Like it is a tunnel that is leading down into the earth.
Cool.
As you get a few feet down, all of a sudden you hear this scratching sound behind you.
Need to look at it.
That's disturbing too.
You're not sure what it is.
Okay. I'm going to use my side points to give myself perfect senses so I can see invisibility, basically things I cannot see within 10 feet of me.
Okay. Nothing.
Pick up my coin. Now, of course, then it's just pitch black.
Yep, it's pitch black.
It'll take a minute for your eyes to adjust.
I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be dark.
You see anything?
You see, I'm gonna guess we're mostly not looking at the coin. Just kind of keep it. I'll march behind so that they can really see forward.
Well, when they put the coin away and your dark vision fully kicks in for a little bit, in the direction you were looking, the stairs are no longer there.
The stairs have gone.
Well, yeah,
Maybe there's another way.
certainly hope so.
I can always find a way out. I do not need to be a quicker.
Of course.
Likely not.
You continue down the way you're going.
Yeah. Oh, forgot to look for the tracks again.
I mean, I'm assuming there's only been like one path. So
Yeah, there's only one path because even the way that the stairs come down, there's nothing. Like there was up until they disappeared, there was nothing that you could look at behind you because they took up the whole area. Now there's still not anything to look at because it's a solid wall, but you can actually, if you go back and look at it, you can see the grooves where the stairs come
Okay.
down.
So, are we looking at like a tunnel, or is it like a big open?
No, it's a tunnel. Looks like it was dug out.
I am gonna go back and look at the grooves. Does it seem like there's at least 1 inch of clearance, or is it like really tight?
For what?
Another ability. To leave us
An ability
behind.
that lets me pass through at least 1 inch gaps.
Well, I mean, you're looking up at the thing, the block up above you. You're not sure. But it is, a good 8 to 9 feet above you. So
I would have to find a way up. But
I just imagine your character is like that bus from Harry Potter that goes.
Probably.
I say we continue forward.
Yeah.
We do not really have much of a choice.
Bother you?
No. I can see perfectly well with or without it.
We need it. So,
Mm-hmm.
So you continue down your way.
pulling a
After about 10 minutes of walking, there is an intersection. This intersection looks like it comes down. Like you can actually see the angle of it, and then it instantly goes back up.
Okay. Going to look around for tracks, see which way to go.
And I am helping you with the best ability I
guidance.
have.
Ah! Where'd it go?
What exactly is
That
your
was a
character?
2, so let's not even look at that.
Are you like a?
Oh wow, I have no clue about any tracks. That is a 2 and a 1.
Plus 1 on the D4.
Yeah, I had a 2, a 1, a 1. A 2 and a 1 with a 1 on the D4.
So,
Plus, so I have like 7. Yeah.
All right. You're looking around, and it is the
And my pseudo blind sight is not going to help me in the situation.
No.
They are not invisible to me. I am just not seeing.
Are you sure you can see?
Do you see tracks?
I don't know. Let's find out.
There's no reason for you to look.
Nope.
yep.
Welcome to why there's giving someone advantage takes away your ability to look yourself, because that's the whole you've already attempted to
Oh,
help
okay.
them. That's the whole giving them advantage.
Gotcha. So, should we go up or down?
Let's go straight and then we have
We have 3 ways.
Yeah, it's an intersection.
intersection, but the ground goes.
Yeah, it's instantly slopes up.
I think straight would probably be the easiest path to carry our.
True.
We can at least
But that-
test it. For
I'm looking up, with the way the slope is and everything, do I think that it would wind up outside the wall by the time either of them exits?
Give me a
still have
Some sort of intelligence.
let's go with a nature.
I'm good at this.
still have guidance
You just be touching everybody.
Uh,
consensual.
so that is a 30, 20 plus 4, so 24.
24. Both of them would go outside of the wall.
One of them back into town, and one of them out.
Yeah.
Actually outside the wall. I'm going to bet they took them out of the wall.
Which
I mean, assuming I would be able to know the direction of the turn. It'd be left, so it would be on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't take any other turns.
So, haven't taken any other turns.
My understanding of 3-dimensional space is 2-dimensional space is correct.
sure.
So you're gonna go right.
Okay.
You start to go up this little pathway, and it's not too steep, but it is like steep. Um, and there's definitely something in your way. Like it comes to a dead end.
Is it just a wall of dirt, or is it like dirt? I mean, no, stone.
It is dirt. You start pushing on it,
Various areas.
it seems to shift. Basically, as your hand like sinks into the dirt a little bit, you feel wood behind it.
Knock it down a bit. See if I can see the wood.
Okay. You knock off all, some of the excess dirt. There's wood there.
This might be holding. This might be holding the wall.
I push on the wood. Does it give it all?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I really doubt they would put something road bearing. Something that is so easily moved.
You start pushing to the side.
Yes.
It's a little heavier than you anticipate. What's your strength score?
12, so +1.
You are able to move it.
I do have advantage. Not advantage. As well.
If it was an average person, you might not be able to move it. So anything above it's 12 and above on strength scores, you don't have to check. At 12 and below, 11 and below, you have to check to see if you.
Sid could not.
I could.
It moves to the side. Like I said, it is a bit heavy, and you are like you can see outside.
Going to walk up to the exit.
Okay.
Glance around.
There's a lot of shrubbery around you.
Be out and try to look up to see how far.
You're roughly about 10 foot away from the wall.
And I don't notice like anywhere that a guard would be posted up top.
Nope.
Hmm.
And what you moved, the reason it like was so heavy, there is dirt and grass piled on top of the wood.
Mm.
Hmm. Yes, we definitely need to tell the guards about this.
Maybe they're in on
It could be an escape way. Maybe.
Maybe we've found some corruption that the guards are stealing the farmer.
it.
Or the more likely scenario. Humanoid creatures are sneaking in and stealing food.
Easy pickings.
Alright, so looking at the now more natural ground for tracks.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Investigation or survival?
Survival, sorry.
Both the same, ultimately, but you know.
Yeah.
It's
You're there. There's a lot of tracks in this area, so it's hard to make out anything because it is like a conglomeration of people walking, things
To and
walking.
fro and-
Yeah.
Mhm.
And to give you a general gist of where you are, you can sort of figure it out because you're about here.
Well, that's a lead, but I feel like we may need some more supplies if we are to enter out of the city.
yes, you're different.
For now, we should report this to the guards. Turn around. Start walking back.
Are we gonna walk through the tunnel or on surface?
You two want to do.
Well, it'd be easier to just walk around the surface to the gate.
Because we don't know how to get the stairs down.
It might be less conspicuous as well.
Yeah.
But we probably should put this back.
So you put it back.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you trying to like re-hide it, or you're just
Yeah, I mean,
Make it seem less disturbed in case the people who use it come back.
okay? Give me a
Sleight of hand.
no. This would definitely be closer to doing like a survival check,
since
just to make it to where it doesn't look.
you still have the
disturbing.
guidance.
That's 20. That's 25.
25. Okay. You get it back to a place where you're like, okay, that doesn't look like an obvious trapdoor sitting in the middle of a couple of bushes.
Let's hope that whatever did this is not super observant. They notice the disturbance. We will, I guess, walk around to the gate.
Where is the gate? Is it over here?
It's on the other side of the river,
No.
so you got to find a way around the river.
Is the river like rushy, or can we like just easily go over it?
There's a reason that. Have you ever been to the end of a river, like New Orleans or something like that?
No, not really. I mean, I've been to the Tennessee River, but
Uh,
I'm
on the actual outlets, it typically has a little bit more force than
oh, okay.
like you actually. That's the reason steam powered boats. You know the old Tom Sawyer thing of like having to have a steam powered boat to go through New Orleans and stuff like that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why is it's like it's either a hard paddle, or using unless you're going during because it flows with the tide. Also.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Okay, so looking at it, do I think mechanically giving myself a swim speed would help me get past it easier?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it is swimmable. It's definitely that if you want to attempt to swim it.
I mean, I don't have to worry about drowning. If I can hold my breath for an
I'm
Is there a
looking.
bridge? on
Yeah.
This side of thing, like, outside the walls?
Not that you see.
Oh, shit.
I
hour. My
guess
character
we're going
starts to
for
walk
a
into
dip.
it, and then looks at the others, and is like, "Oh right."
We might have to go back.
I was about to say chainmail or scale mail is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not. That's why I was looking for a bridge. And I don't have any cool abilities to make myself.
to not sink like a rock.
Yeah.
'Cause I was about to say that it's definitely a disadvantage swim check with scale.
Hmm. I'm thinking, what are you thinking? Give myself swim speed. I have this weird feature where zero gravity environments don't affect me.
Definitely a spell check.
Mhm.
Yes. I don't know how that would affect something underwater, but yes, I guess we have to go that quick.
Yeah.
It's like undo what we just did.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sort of pick it up and move it. It still will look. You're not sure what it'll look like when you like reset it, But
At this point, now it's like
Let's just try to get back.
Mhm.
okay.
So I guess we're going to have to.
So you go back down the corridor. You put the planks back.
You think the other way?
just this to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So you're gonna go up the other breach.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that should go into the. Oh, so yeah.
So you start to travel it. It starts to go up, and then it curves a little bit, and then goes up again. And again, it comes to the same like dirt ending. Push it open.
Yes.
As you push it open, you are dead in the middle of like you can't see anything but shrubbery.
Hmm.
I try to
Mm-hmm.
move.
I don't have lights. So I can't help
Actually, I know what I can do. So, from my back, 2 vines seem to sprout. They can like reach 10 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I feel around. If the shrubbery just like continues,
Um,
or if there's like a good way to go out.
it's one of those you're gonna have to like push your way through the shrubbery.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to attempt to grab the shrubs to move yourself through, or there is ground, but it's one of those like, have you ever been in an overgrown shrub?
Mm.
It doesn't feel good as you push through it.
Just try not to get shot.
Yeah. Or stabbed. We'll
Okay.
dig ourselves out of our grave.
And basically, you're coming out, and it is one of those when you turn, like as you pull yourself up, you turn and look. You are next to, like when I say next to the wall, this is a shrub that blocks what was a hole dug directly under the wall.
This is poor planning. He'll just stick a shrub on that hole. Oh, nobody notices.
As we are going through the underbrush,
It's not one shrub. It's like 2
Yeah.
or 3 that like are directly around it.
Something says knee.
to help with the uncomfortable sensory experience, the wooden parts of my character are going to start turning gray and stone-like.
Ugh.
Scat skin, basically.
Not exactly, but
You push your way through, and it's one of those you look around and you're in a slight open field area of it. To your left is the farm that you left,
Mhm.
and to your right is another farm.
return back to normal.
Oh, we should probably tell the farmer.
I think we should tell the guards first.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Do you know where the guards hang out?
Usually by the gate. And there's some that walk around the town. Maybe we can find them. Some of them aren't very nice.
I'm gonna
I'm not gonna talk to him.
walk like up and start looking around.
Okay.
See if I can't find anyone that looks like a guard.
Okay.
But the abilities are rolled. I almost had a 9 for my charisma.
Oh, I have pretty good charisma, so I guess I'll be the one talking.
I have an insurance.
Hey, you still beat me. Of course, we're both.
Slut 0. I have a reason that I did that.
No, never mind.
What is it? What is it?
It's plus 0.
Oh wow, we are all the same.
I was thinking about my other character. She's got charisma out the ass.
Almost played a bard today.
Okay, so just gonna try to find a guard.
Mhm.
Find my notes on this. Like, where did I stow my notes?
In a notebook, I hope.
Probably not. Oh, I bet I know where. I don't find them any one of it. I took a lot of notes in with. Not there, so they're going to be in this. Because I remembered writing them on a note card.
Gesundheit.
Now I gotta hope that it's not one of the note cards that the dog got. Because my dog got some of the stuff recently.
Naughty boy.
There we go. Okay. So where are we headed?
Looking for a guard.
Looking for a guard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where we find. You get back off of the dirt roads, headed back towards the cobbled stone roads that are in the main part of the town, and not too far from the sanctuary. That's the best way to word that temple, because it is not a temple to a certain person.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of guards leaning against their pikes and just smoking a cigarette.
Who wants to talk? What? No speaking?
We would like to report something suspicious. So we were investigating the missing goats and sheep. And we noticed a secret entranceway into the walls that leads into the town at least 2 separate ways, as well as out of the town at least 1.
So we've been digging holes, I see.
We haven't done shit. We just found.
So you said
We can show you.
you didn't dig it, made a mistake, want to report it. That way you don't get in trouble for it.
No.
Son, I don't have a shovel.
Plus, the way it's built is really intricate and would have taken days or actually months probably. And we've only been here for like a couple of days. They just got here today.
So you say.
Who's your officer in charge?
Well, I'd be Sheriff William.
And he resides.
In town.
Doesn't help.
You
Sit
Supposed to help.
are a guard,
Would
aren't
you
you?
like a gold piece to be more helpful?
That'd be mighty fun, though. He takes it, looks it over, pulls out a little file and like starts to rub it against it, and he actual gold. Puts it in his pocket and he goes, Sheriff Williams over across the bridge. Not too far down between the tavern and the convenience store.
Yes.
Thank you for your assistance.
You sure you didn't screw up the hole?
No, I promise you we would never do such a thing. We're law-abiding citizens.
A hole this big would have required some very, very large explosives to build in any short amount of time.
Plus, we didn't build this wall. And that tunnel was like it was built there. So blame those people.
Well,
I do not know if the wall builders would have been responsible for the underground portion.
I mean, well,
that's mighty interesting.
so we thought, which is why we wanted to share.
We wanted to report it proper.
Sheriff Wood, but screw these guys.
It'll be just this way.
Feelings confound me.
Like, so yes, he is a medico and generally sticks within the medic tent, but he's still in the Legion. And seeing lackluster soldiers like this just pisses him. So he's just like, no, I'm done.
So you cross the bridge, and there's very few houses to pick from. For what would be the so you've got the general store here, and you've got these wonderful
Yeah.
4 buildings. Which one are we gonna go for?
Signs.
There are no signs on any of them.
Well, I
Not
mean,
too far from the tavern, he said, so
well,
try the
between-
middle two.
Between the tavern.
Yeah. Try the middle two.
I would say let's try for the big square.
This one here.
Yes.
Okay. You knock on the door, and gentleman opens it, and he, can I help?
We're looking for the sheriff.
Right place, not here. Okay. Can I help?
we were wanting to report something suspicious.
There's a lot of things suspicious. Lots of people come off the boats here recently.
Something suspicious about the wall.
That's a new one.
Seems you have a tunnel in it.
Uh-huh.
Some sort of hidden passage. Well,
It leads outside the.
We're investigating the goats and sheep.
it was very close to that area.
And they were covered by suspicious shrubbery.
This is shrubbery.
Well,
I didn't know shrubbery could actually be
To be fair,
suspicious.
the shrubbery was fine where it was.
It was its placement that was suspicious.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
Okay. That makes a little more sense, because I was trying to figure out how a shrub could be suspicious.
These shrubs were not suspicious in and of themselves. I have, however, seen suspicious shrubbery.
Well, when they get up and walk, that would be suspicious.
They tried to eat.
That would work too. One second. I'll get William to come back here, and we'll see what we can.
Thank you.
And he opens the door a little bit more, and he goes, "You're welcome to have a seat. You might have to move some stuff."
I'll take it, but thank you.
I find the comfiest spot.
So what he's pointed to inside, there are a bunch of benches that things are piled up on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a new place and paperwork piles up.
Yeah.
And he walks over and he picks up a rock off of the desk, and he goes, "William, I need you to come back to the office. We got some people to report something to." And he puts the rock back down.
My character like flops down and basically just like puppet.
Just leaning on the spear.
I just find a bench. I like scoop my butt against it for a bit. And then,
So as you're able to like look this over, there's a couple of desks. There's a bunch of benches in front of the desks. Behind the desks there's a small like little hallway, and you can obviously make out the bars for the jails back in that hallway.
it's a nice little sheriff office.
So we found the tunnel
Mm-hmm.
in the wall.
Yeah, it was like a secret passage. It was really weird because we were following some weird tracks trying to figure out where these sheep and goats could have went for this farmer, and we found this and we just followed it and it led out.
Rick, it went in.
But once William gets here, we'll get you squared away. You wait a couple of minutes, and in comes a armored gentleman, a little out of breath, and he oh, okay, something suspicious.
My character's still like a puppet.
Yes, we were telling your partner.
Right.
Well, we were investigating the sheep and goats for that farmer down the way, and we were following these weird tracks, and it led to the wall, and the wall had a secret passage with the brick that you moved, and it went into the wall, and then down underground, and then it led out of the wall, out of the other side of the walls. And there was shrubbery covering the exits. And we thought it was kind of odd, so we thought we should tell you.
Unless you already knew
Yeah.
it had it as like an escape.
No, that definitely sounds like something different I hadn't heard about. I found a lot of things that have been built in the last couple of months that nobody knew about. So,
We can show you where.
right.
Still won't get used to that.
So, we're headed over to the north side of town. Right. I'll be headed to the wall on the north. Page me if you need it. And he will do. Will
Guess that's all.
We'll lead him to where we.
as you step out, there's a couple of other what you would consider guards, and he come on, we got something to look for, and they file in behind him. For those that are ex-military, it is definitely not structured marching in any shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
This is like the kind of thing that my old Spelljamer crews would have just done haphazardly.
No, this is very much a like militia guard,
Mhm.
like
Fully actually trained. Just here's a spear.
yeah,
Protect us.
Point it that way.
yeah, and it is probably you probably think that at some point on that bulletin board might have been guards wanted.
Yeah.
We'll pay as much as possible, please.
They have to volunteer for services. For other things,
Training, perhaps?
yes.
um,
The one thing.
you You lead him back to the where are we taking him? The hole in the ground or the brick? The
That's
hidden
Yeah.
wall. The hidden wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a survival check
Would,
to find it
I mean,
again.
would this be any easier since we've already found it once?
Nope.
Is anybody assisting me? Yes, okay.
One of us is.
Yay! Yeah, that's a 26.
26. It takes a little bit longer than you anticipate, and that's because this time you're not following tracks that lead you directly to it. That's the reason it was a little bit harder to find. It looks like any other spot on the wall. But you're able to find it. It doesn't move.
The brick doesn't move.
It doesn't move. Still sticks out like it used to, but this time it doesn't move.
I'm gonna go over to where the wall piece came and push.
Doesn't move. Cool.
Let's try the other entrance.
Just trying to make it look like crazy people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan.
This
So-
is obviously some sort of security measure.
What are we doing here?
But see these tracks, how they just kind of disappear into the wall.
Okay.
There was an opening into the wall. It's not seem to be working now.
The okay.
Let's try to place with the shrubbery.
Okay.
Holding out to hope now, but yeah, let's try it.
Yeah, we are going to.
So you go back to where the shrubs are.
Yes.
You get back there, and sure enough, the thing moves, and he, all on the ground.
Mhm.
You weren't lying about that one.
We weren't lying about the other one, but it seemed to be
Follow it.
more expertly made.
Yeah.
If you follow this one, it'll pop up on the other side.
There's at least one place it will
He
get.
turns and he goes, Jerry, give me a torch. The guy fishes out of his pouch a torch. He lights it. Hey, after you.
We'll just go on. Won't really hesitate.
You all slide through and you start going through the thing, and it flattens out for a second, and then it starts to go back up. But you never.
This is not how it went before. It's
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what that scratching. Now that was the door closing.
You mean the stairs going up into the ceiling?
Yeah.
That-
So we don't see any.
There's never a division of the.
I'm gonna start like feeling walls and everything.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't think guiding helps that.
No, it
I
does
can't
not.
know that that's happening. So
System saving. That's 18.
Uh, as you like go and touch part of the wall, you feel something in your head for a second. And at first, your hand like actually stops, like it actually hit the wall, and then it slides through it.
I'm going to look at where my hand has gone through it, and then I'm going to walk.
Your friend walk through walls a lot?
No. Pretty sure that's this is an illusion or something.
So the sheriff is going to hear it and said, "It is not a real wall. Do not believe it."
Right. Derek?
Fucking Derek.
The weak will may not get through.
Try to follow that individual. And Jarek walks up to about where you were, and they and slide through.
Oh, Jake.
Okay. So it's not just one. What's over there?
In here.
You never hear anything. All of a sudden, and for you, it is you like walk through, and then shortly after, another person comes through, but you had no idea like anybody was following you.
I'm going to be looking around. Figure out where
As he goes through, he. The hell did you do to me?
I didn't do anything. The wall seems to have some sort of silent magic to it, though.
I don't know this, Jared, but does he follow?
Mind magic. The wall seems to be an illusion with mind magic.
He looks you up and down, and he. Right. I'm sure it is.
After,
There is no facial expression because of
after
the
not
mask.
hearing anything, I'll go.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
That 20 plus 5.
You again, it feels like something in your head like tells you to stop, and your hand stops for a second and then goes through.
Would this be kind of like a form of sanctuary?
Contact.
Which one that would be?
If you're trying to figure out this what the spell is, it is an Arcana check.
$15.
13, no idea.
Right.
I was.
So after a couple of minutes of you and Jarek standing on the other side together, through the wall comes Idor.
Mhm.
Here.
Last name's easy too. Boss. I figure one of them's gonna get it over. And it is in the campaign.
This was not here before. Which is odd.
Does it look like basically there's like a sheet covering up where we were? And
No, when
everything
you
looks like
even when you
walls?
come through it, like it looks like harsh stone.
Did
And on the other side is like the cavern that was there before.
Okay. That's what I'm showing. So we're seeing the cavern.
Yeah.
whatever,
Shiny coin.
so whatever uses these tunnels does not want us to be here.
Actually, throw the coin back through the wall.
It bounces off.
Neat.
Semi-solid illusion. That's a And I guess we wait for the others.
William walks up to it and like he pushes, and
Oh, come on, man. If Jared can pass it, come on.
what do we get?
It's a wisdom, right?
Yeah, wisdom save.
16.
Put your hand in it, and it's like solid.
Oh,
Oh, good grief. This was not here before. I promise I'm not crazy. You saw them go through.
Maybe it's like there, and points to it, and his other guy like walks up to it, and like it's solid.
I'm gonna try to stick one of my vines through it.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
The vine hits it, and it is solid stone.
Fine.
Well, Eric, you find out where that one leads. This
Mm-hmm.
seems like we're stuck here.
Mm. Yeah.
Sure, was it?
Yeah.
I propose we continue onward.
Sure.
as well. You can now be witness to the other part that we were talking about.
Do we go that way? Or do we go the way that we have not gone?
We only have one more to do.
It was that way, which led back to where we came from initially. That way, which led outside the wall, and then that way, which we did not go, correct?
Correct. And you guys said that you went to your, like, you all pointed like you were going right, which going down into the tunnel meant you go back in the tunnel you guys went.
So we either have to try and go back through, try a different one.
The cavern you're in, isn't the other one on the other side to go up to the other side of the wall, or is it just not there
It's not there.
anymore?
I'm going to be like scanning the surroundings. Walking which way are we going? Are we going back the way, like up outside the wall? Or are we going?
I have lost all sense of where I am.
I have it all in my head.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
I have a decent idea.
So you're gonna go down the one path that you have now. You go for a good 80 to 90 feet, and you come to a dead end.
Is it dirt or is it stone?
Stone. Stone.
We didn't come. This is where we're going to turn the wall ends.
Well,
Maybe.
the other way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Turn around and
Unnaturally.
That means the only way we can do is go back to where I was standing.
Yeah. Which is when you get there, it's a hard rock wall.
Okay, we'll try to pass through.
You're gonna try to pass through.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Give
try
me
to
that-
pass through.
Give me that wisdom save.
That is. Oh, I can't type myself. That's dirty 20.
Again with the like, there's definitely a push in your brain,
Yeah.
and you are able to push through. At this point, William has already walked off, going back up the way he had come. Well,
I was waiting for them to return.
you're just waiting.
Mm-hmm.
After you've waited a good minute or two, and then all of a sudden through the wall comes I don't know,
So,
Dead end that way.
what about the other passage?
Dead end that way. It's gotta go different
Hmm.
passages elsewhere. But it's solid brick wall at the end of the tunnel.
Jarek starts to go through, and what's up?
Random things won't pass through. I
Mhm.
tried throwing the coin.
I don't like this wall.
Didn't work.
You said it's an Arcana check to see what kind of spell this is.
Since you didn't pass your wisdom save, it's a disadvantage.
Okay.
Trying again to go through. Do I get additional saves, or does that one?
No, you can try to go through again.
10?
Fine.
Hmm.
Not like
That one there.
So, yeah. See? It's a wall.
I know it's
So
not a
what
wall.
did you do?
Just out of curiosity. Stinger flame.
Hits it. And
Hmm.
I did not do anything.
Why do I have to spell magic?
you said you knew that it was some mental spell thing. I know that you aren't doing something in my brain.
Sir, I have a question. Why would I?
But you're not human.
And
Non-humans aren't human. They don't
And-
make sense.
from my perspective, you do not make sense.
Oh god, they're having a.
And I'm going to try the wall again.
Okay.
That's
Get through.
What's your head?
18 on the die.
18 on the die.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to walk through.
I'm going to like reach my hand back while I'm doing it. See if he grabs.
I'm gonna guess he was a racist BS.
Yeah.
Before too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is why our character's like, fuck Jerry.
Out of character, I'm sitting here thinking, he can find.
Oh, were you not here for the first? Oh.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm like,
Jared.
I don't know this guy, but I'm assuming.
Oh no, they've already
Context
met,
clues.
like everybody else has already met him. He's a tool bag.
That one is weird.
He's from China.
He does not seem to like non-humans.
that was from where I came from. It was kind of.
That was
Oh.
saying the Tyria thing.
Oh, I meant like you said he was weird. Like in character.
Yeah.
That one is weird. He does not think to like non-humans very much.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking he's from where I'm from in Tyria. It's very racist there. They don't like non-humans, like it of any kind. There was this big magic war, and like a lot of non-humans helped, and they have a lot of non-humans as slaves. It's horrible there. Why do you think I left?
Don't blame
Strange world you come from.
Your world is even stranger, Mister.
You don't even know what world I come from.
You're definitely not from where I'm from.
you. Not all. Just say.
That way.
It takes a couple of minutes, and then Jarrett comes through, and he's bloody fuck. Huh.
You made it. There is no smile. This is all me. It's just a mask.
Jarek, why are you so mean to him? He's just a robot.
He is not a robot.
Think he could possibly do to you?
So first off, when it speaks, it doesn't speak.
That's not your.
It's in your head. I don't know of a robot that can speak in any shape, form, or fashion. Secondly, it talks about the fact that it knows mental magic.
Well,
Anything that can get in your head can fuck
fair.
I have not become that skilled yet.
Takes a lot of magic study.
with it. It says that it can't do it yet, which means it's trying.
Mm.
Which why I don't trust it.
Well, okay.
Not necessarily that I'm trying.
Mm.
It comes with the territory.
Anywho, let's
Where's
leave.
Will?
He's up there. I was waiting for you guys to return.
He like instantly turns with his torch and leaves.
Dick.
Dude, the thing is black.
You.
Which way did this go?
Grab it by the rope.
Yeah. So I was trying to reach for it. He kept turning his head so I couldn't.
That's the point. He wants you to play.
And I will go to the. I will go the way that Sid points the chair at.
Okay. Outside of the brush is William, and he's like looking around.
That illusory wall was not there. Something new went through.
Rope.
Like, yeah.
It was a $2 toy.
Yeah.
I think he's had it like less than a week, and he's already removed most of the stuffing, and the squeaker is somewhere around here. I have to take him away from him because he'll like,
Swallow it.
yeah.
Then you'll become your own squeaky toy.
Well, he chews them up first, which is not a good thing. Which is why when I find the fact that he has them, I have to like steal them from him. And sometimes they still work, and sometimes they don't. And if they still work, then I get to play with them, play with him with them. I think it's like right there. Yep, there we go.
He's like, what? Yeah. It's like, nah.
He heard the squeak, and he's like, "Wow, wow."
He was trying to eat your walker.
He does that.
So, I say, that illusory wall is not there in the thing.
Right.
Something new is leading through.
Okay. Well, I've got another guy who's on the other side trying to figure out where that goes.
You said someone the other way.
Yeah.
Instead of this way. Let's go make sure they're okay.
So you should go through. Jarek is out with you and William.
At least William's there.
I'm going to, turn my head all the way around like Jarek,
Just to mess with him?
and then I'm going to walk.
Okay. So you go through. You get to the other side. The trapdoor has already been moved. And you come up and you see a guard, and he's looking around, and so not finding anything strange over here.
Except for the hole in the ground that leads to that area. I just
Wait, are we like outside the wall again?
We're on
Yeah.
this side now.
And we did not pass like the intersection we came to the first time.
No.
Very strange.
This is strange. There's a secret tunnel.
Tunnel itself is strange. The fact that the intersection we saw initially is not there is strange. The illusory wall is strange.
mhm.
There's a lot of strange things about this thing.
I wonder if we try the other direction. It disappeared. The other way.
Hmm.
Because we found it. Just assume.
I'm trying to do-
We just hit.
Mhm.
What are you guys doing?
We can go back through and report to William. Hey, regard.
If you're going back down that way, tell William I'll go through the main gate.
Mhm.
You got a good way to get over the river?
Well, it'll take me. I'll get there about nightfall.
Okay.
Mhm.
You want us to shut this behind us, or
I got it.
Okay.
go back through and put my head up? At least be like, the guy's gonna go to the main gate. He did find the other entrance we were talking.
He said he will be back by nightfall.
I trust he'll get there.
Mhm.
I want to at least try and see if there's an illusion the other direction.
Okay. Go back down.
Yeah.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
It's a solid wall.
Okay.
Oh, that son's a wall. I'm like, what the-
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's 18 on the die.
You go through it.
I'm going to grab Einar as I'm going.
Yeah, I was about to say, you grab him and your hand gets stuck.
It's not like just leave it be. Of course, you can't hear that. So.
Let go. Full hand throw.
As you pull your way through, it's another pathway.
Do you want me to go?
Looks very similar to the
Go for
other
it.
area you were at
I
earlier.
will try to go through. I didn't take it the last. I can't make it.
It takes multiple tries.
Yeah.
I will try to go through, just keeping an eye out for anything.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
That was like 10.
Okay.
I thought it was a 14.
As you travel through,
Yeah, it was a 14.
Oh, I must have shifted accidentally. In that case, it's an 8.
you travel through for a little bit, and this one comes to a dead end, but it's definitely different from the last dead end you were at. Whereas this one looks more like a substantial actual stone, like that's been built into it, instead of just carved stone.
There's an 18.
You're able to go through.
Keep trying.
It's an 18. How long is this gonna take?
So you go through and nobody's there. It's an empty tunnel.
The walls down, that stone down. Investigation or
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
I'm just gonna give up.
Singing.
Okay,
Visionary tune in my head while I'm waiting for.
you're gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep waiting.
Okay.
Be a 22.
There's nothing there.
So, like, no interest no scenes, no anything. It's just
20?
It's 18. I finally made it.
18 total, or
It's 18.
that makes it through. That is the like that's the actual DC is 18.
Nice.
That's the reason the first time
Mm-hmm.
Finally. Took me forever.
Seven barely made it through.
Yeah, great. Good. Alright, let's go. Assuming our friend continued on.
There's nothing.
Where'd you go?
So I start walking back.
You've already made it back by the time
Yeah.
because I know you've made 4 or 5 rolls.
Yeah.
So yeah, like by the time Sid gets through, I'm just like, there's nothing.
What about the staircase?
There was stone. There was no mechanism. There was no seams. There was nothing that moved. It was stone.
Well, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, now we're just crazy.
No, I mean,
No,
the tunnel's here.
something did this. Something is using this.
Is there
And
any,
now the
like,
guards know about it. The guards will keep an eye
are
on
there
it.
any spooky, wizardly people here?
That's gonna be a history check, right?
You don't know. You've only
Yeah.
been here. This is day 2.
Yeah.
So it would be your 3rd day here. In your 2 days, you never.
Honestly, I'm not really sure. I know the layout of town. That's about it.
It's the only thing I can think that would be that fast. We must have tripped something.
Mm,
So we can go back through. Try to go back through as many times as you pushed. Let William know something's changed.
like he'll believe us. Just crazy now.
I mean, he is saying that there is something.
Damn it, not that high level.
Mhm.
Zone of truth on myself.
Yeah, I think it was the 3rd level.
Yeah.
spell.
Spell magic, zone of truth, all 3rd level.
Just keep getting lower and lower.
4, 5, 6,
I get through on my first try.
8.
I threw out
9, 10.
So we wait there for 30 minutes.
No, like each try is supposed to be like close to 20 to 30 minutes
Oh,
each.
So
You are there.
until nightfall.
Yeah.
My wisdom sucks.
so while we're waiting for Sid to come through, do we want to get supplies and go from the other side on?
I think it would be wise to get some supplies. Rest up, regroup, and begin searching.
So wait here, and I'll make my way back up to where William and them were. Well before
Nightfall.
Sid would have made it.
Yeah. William's not there by the time that you get up there because you waited quite a bit
the
beforehand.
first time.
Jarek is there.
So you can report to William that something has blocked up the tunnel the other way with the weird illusion on the opposite side of where we were hanging out. Are there any like wizardly type people here? Besides the new people
Probably.
that showed up? Any established wizardly types?
No. Not that it made themselves known to us.
Is it typical for them to like, if someone is to, they should, or
I mean,
is it just kind of a courtesy somebody do?
I mean,
Did you tell us anything about yourself until you showed up saying you found something?
Just not
we would have
fair enough. Well, we're waiting for our young friend to make it back through this illusion here. That could take a while. I don't know.
He looks up at the sky and he goes, "Somebody will be here. Might not be me."
I want to say something, but I know my character would not say that.
We're gonna go down there and wait.
Okay. You go down and you wait a couple of hours.
Got my coin out, got some dice, started. Should have chosen cards instead of dice. I'm just gonna start playing solitaire.
But it takes a couple of hours, and then Sid.
Finally.
Never want to do that again.
Yeah, roll these.
Rolls.
Typically, those are
D6s, yeah?
yeah, it's 2d6 at least.
I had a 10.
Yeah. Some bullshit game he made up in his head.
Because you would have either, if you have dice, you either have 2d6s, because that's typical for like playing craps or some of the other
Yeah.
odd games like that, or you have at least 3d6 or more for where you start getting into liar's dice and stuff.
Yeah, it just says dice set. So. We'll say it's the craps.
That's what. Whenever I think of like somebody who says that they carry dice for a game set, my brain instantly goes to 2d6 for some reason, and I don't know why.
It's the sensible thing.
Yeah,
Because we all think about the road out Toronto. It's just those 2d6s right there.
yeah, but that's the thing it's you're playing again, and like it's the easiest game that you can get other people to play, and it's also the easiest game for. It's a game that's been going on for so long that like in feudal Japan they even talk about people that loaded dice, and there's been loaded dice from medieval ages. Liar's Dice is a more modern game in my opinion.
I have a set that didn't come with rules.
What, Liar's Dice?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I got it as a Christmas present. It was just like, here's Liar's Dice. And there was no rules with the thing. It just has the cups and the
Do
dice.
you know how to play?
Because it didn't have the rules.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got
I've seen there's a couple different. Or I thought I saw like a few different rules.
There's
I
only
wasn't
one.
sure.
There's only
Okay.
one major rule set. Like, there's a couple of like. It's much like with any dice game where like there's house rules to it,
Yeah.
but like they all have a general. But basically, it's one of those. So you start off with 3 dice, and everybody else starts off with 3 dice, and you roll, and you say, "I have 2 4." Well,
So
what
those you keep it covered.
it's yeah, you keep it covered, and what you're saying is you're making the math of everybody has. So if we're all playing 3, 6, 9, what? How many 4s, based on how many 4s you see there, do you think are amongst all of us?
And you have to basically not, if I remember correctly, you have to not go over.
Yes. So if you say, I think there's 4 4s, the next person has to either bet 5 4s, or they have to bet 5 1s, or 5 2s, or
I
5.
thought the number could only go up.
The number can only go up, and that's the kicker is one of the numbers has to go up. So if it's 4 4s, the next number has to be 5 of something. So you can say 5 5s, or which you're starting to get in like, but you can say 5 1s. because one of those numbers went up.
Yes.
Um,
Cool.
And if somebody thinks that you're wrong, they call you a liar. Everybody reveals their dice. If you lose a die, and the person who called you wrong gains that die. So now they have more information.
Ooh.
If you run out of dice, you're out. So in like Pirates of the Caribbean, where you're betting your soul, you don't want to run out of dice, because if you run out of dice,
Davy Jones has your soul.
yep. So, anyways,
Welcome
welcome to Board Game Nerd. And why I ran I used to run the board game convention. Most of my board games. I have most of the rules memorized to an extent. I'm a little fuzzy on certain things, but like I'm pretty close on the general gist. It's the thing with why I DM now is I might not be exact on numbers, but I can give you enough information about every creature in there to like not make it fun for me to be the player.
Yeah.
So now that you're out
Finally.
to
I'm hungry.
let's get you some food. Go back to the end. No, wait, no, the end enough. Where is there to get food?
I have rations.
Yes, but food.
The tavern didn't have food. You haven't gone to eat.
Okay, so that was the tap.
Yeah.
I think the inn has food, but I can't remember.
Well, let's go try.
You go to the inn. The inn does have a small communal area that is not the communal sleeping area, with like a small table
Mm-hmm.
next to a fireplace, and there is something edible there.
It's probably better than the passion.
It is definitely better than a ration because it is some sort of soup rule.
Done.
It costs an extra silver. Or an extra copper, sorry.
Oh.
So it's 2 coppers.
Unless you're sleeping in a bed, then your
How much is the
bed was a silver.
silver? Is it 10 copper for 1
Yes.
silver? I have 98 copper now.
You broke a gold
I
piece.
broke a gold piece. I didn't have anything else. So.
So how much is the floor again?
It's a copper.
And then so 3 copper from me.
I can get you a bed if you want.
I like the floor. I don't trust the beds.
When you get back to the inn, none of your friends are there that you had made prior.
Well, that's weird. I had some other friends that were here.
You never ran into them all day.
I haven't seen them all day.
Maybe they picked up a different job.
Maybe. Hopefully they're okay.
Pick some multicolored feather out from my foot.
One of my friends.
You were friends with a feather?
I was friends with the bird person.
Bird first.
Yes. They're very very bright.
Very. Oh,
We
I'm sure they're
go outside the wall and I find a pile of rainbow feathers and I'm like, no!
I'm gonna pitch on that.
I've got how many days, like,
They
you have to be in a certain square on a certain day to find their bodies.
Mhm.
Or any day past that.
Let's say rest and
I eat my dinner and I take my floor because I do have a bedroll.
I'm going to eat, take a space on the floor, and cover myself entirely with the blankets.
Okay.
Hopefully, no one like comes to look in the night.
I already creeped out enough. Don't want to.
I feel like it's like a Five Nights at Freddy's horrible scene.
You make it through, and it is all of the beds like fill up pretty quickly. There's tons of people that sleep on the floor. Oh, now I remember. It's actually 2 copper to sleep on the floor. It's 1 copper to sleep under the bed.
Oh, so it was 4 copper then.
Yeah. The only time it actually got expensive was getting an actual bed.
Honestly.
We'd roll randomly to see what kind of creature sleeps on top.
Somebody could be sleeping under my house.
Reason that didn't matter as much for my character, but my character also doesn't want to.
But yeah, the beds fill up pretty quickly. There are a couple of halflings and gnomes that sleep under the beds.
Little legs hanging out.
Well, it's also like one of the beds has like a row of halflings sleeping on top of it and a row of halflings sleeping under it. It's almost like it's a huge, yeah, it's a huge family that's sleeping together, basically. Or that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get a long night's rest.
Yeah, I didn't spend anything.
So what would be day 4
Sid.
for Sid? That's the fun part, is trying to keep up with everybody's like, yeah. For Tyler, unless all of you guys die, Tyler's just gonna miss so many days, and it's gonna be him like wandering around the city like doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's basically what
I mean, it was all about like drinking.
he was. So his character would probably get drunk, and we'll just deduct some money off of his account, and
Move on.
we might even have him start a tab, and that's part of the reason he's got to work now. He's gotta pay off his bill. I hate to writing his own his story for him, but we got to come up with some reason that he's not been here for however many days.
Yeah.
With this particular character, I don't think so.
Yeah. So what are we doing in the next morning?
Well, which of us gets up first?
Sid probably would. She was up before.
Everybody last.
Yeah, so.
Do you go to check on these two?
I'm assuming you're nearby, so. I'm gonna shake what I think is you.
Well, when you get there, there is not a robot shape under the blanket. There is something semi-spherical with weird little bumps and protrusions under the blanket.
I'm gonna peep under the blanket.
Roll a wisdom save.
Make it right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because Charles Sid.
Yep.
Charleston.
Yeah, Charles Sid.
State of Charleston.
Yeah.
Apparently my cat's yelling.
I mean, he yells at everybody here, so
He'd be sniffing my shoes again. He really likes my shoes.
that's because it tells him where you've been.
Walmart.
Dogs can smell up to, I think it's 10 years
Oh, really?
of your past from just your feet.
Really?
Yeah. That's also
That's
part of
so
the reason they
weird.
sniff the other dog's buttholes.
Oh.
Is they can tell what you've eaten for the past 10 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
when you've been sick and stuff like that.
I didn't know that. The more.
I
You
think
know?
I think it's 10 years. I can't remember. It is a large. It is a very large number
Mhm.
that I was like when I read the fact like one of those weird facts things about dogs. I was like, wait, what? What? So the statement was whenever you pull your dog away from some odd scent that they're just sniffing at that you don't know what they're sniffing, you're pulling them away from a history book, basically.
Jeez.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm sure you understand why.
I'm like.
You see it like get into the humanoid form. It comes off.
Oh, wait, I
And this
can.
blank wooden face picks up the mask.
Hello.
Paige found something about his character.
Well, I was just trying to remember. Can I do any ritual spell without having to have it prepared?
No,
That's
that's a wizard that can do that, and you have to have a feat to be able to do it.
that's. I was just looking through my spells to see if I need to
Yeah,
adjust.
and wizards can do any ritual spell without having it prepared, also because they have their book, which has like the step by step. But to cast a ritual spell without going through the ritual, you have to have that feat.
For now, we'll stay.
So now you have a bit of information about my character is.
Me as a player, I have no fucking clue what you're doing or what it's about. But as
Oh,
a
you
character,
won't, you
it's the
won't.
same thing, but it's cool.
So, what are we doing? You all wake up.
What was the plan?
There's a pan of eggs sitting on one of the tables, and there's a cup in front of it with a little sign that says "a copper for eggs."
Boop.
Absolutely. Yep.
Mhm. Yummy. So, what was your plan while I was struggling yesterday?
Well, I figure we can, as long as they haven't blocked it up, the guards haven't blocked it up. We can go through the tunnels, see if we can find the tracks from those gates. But we probably should get some supplies just in case.
Mhm.
If you're going outside the walls, perhaps the adventurer guild will offer us some supplies.
I guess they would.
Yes. they do give you supplies.
Sid has already signed up, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I said. Everybody has signed up for the Adventurers Guild,
The map,
except for the people that died.
the map making.
We signed up too. We just
Yeah, that's what I said. Except for the people that have died because their new
The map
characters
making
haven't.
thing that was on the board. You go talk to them. They'll give you some kind of, and I pull out the thing,
It's a little badge.
little badge, and then they give you supplies, and then you map outside the walls.
then we can accomplish a couple things at once.
Mm-hmm. They also want us to look for missing people if we
Do that.
Sensible. Lead the way.
I lead them to the house that the guy was at.
Okay.
Was there a place that was a temple or non-temple, but a kind of temple?
Yes.
A point.
That's the sanctuary thing. Is the
Oh, that's that one.
Yeah. and then the Adventurers Guild is here.
I point right there. I'm like, the temple has a whole bunch of different gods and different religions. If you're interested,
I kind of have to pay my respects. I can wait until after.
I'll wait outside for you guys because I already signed up.
So you go in. There's an elderly gentleman sitting in a very comfortable lounging chair with a pipe and what looks like he's got a tea, like some tea next to him, and some biscuits. And he looks up and he, welcome.
We're probably going to be going outside the walls. We were told that you needed help out there.
We're willing to pay for anybody to get us maps of the area and return with any information.
Also, I think I saw him find missing people.
Not many come back.
That's it.
Are you still willing to try?
We're trying to find those something else. And we're going to be outside the walls. So might as well.
Excellent. So, he picks up a bell that's beside him. He rings it. The door opens. It's all on the corner, and a gentleman comes in with a big ledger and a couple of like packs of paper, and he sets down the ledger and he goes, "We need you to sign here, saying that you're going to join the guild, and then we need you to sign the waivers."
We'll start. Have a cup of tea.
Sure. And the gentleman with the ledger sets it down and walks off and comes back with a small tray with tea.
Start just looking through those papers.
It is the like you can't if you have any family members here, you can't sue us for the fact that you go out. We are held responsible for you going out. Also, it does have you owe them a 10% cut of any treasure you find while out. Any items that you are wanting to sell, they get first pick.
Okay, everything seems on board.
It's very legalese though, so it makes it longer and longer and longer.
Of course.
So it's anything that you want to sell, not necessarily anything obtain, but they get first pick.
Anything you want to sell.
Go ahead and sign. Oh yeah, I forgot. 7.
The after you've signed everything, the gentleman gives you a small slip of paper, and you can pick up your pack over at the gymnast.
Excellent. Do we need something for the map making, or is that there?
That's that slip of paper will get you some rations, your map making kit, details of what we're really looking for if you've never made maps before, and possibly draw. We get that most of you don't dabble in arts.
Seriously. What's our acrobatics? Either way, pull it up.
Dexterity.
But if you need anything else, let us know and we can attempt to provide it for a fee.
Thank you for your help. We bring each other business.
As you're walking out, you see Sid just leaning on the wall. It's a lot, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So you make your way to the general store.
How far is the general store?
I point them into there.
Okay. So before I go to the general store. Actually, no. Let's go ahead and do the general store. And then go back towards the
You make it to the general store. There's a youngish lady behind the counter, and she, can I help you? And she pulls out another ledger, sets it down, opens it up. I need you to sign here. It documents what number you're picking up. And she flips it back and looks at it, and she grabs a packet and like puts it down and pulls the number. There's like a little tag on it. Pulls the tag off, hands that one to you, and then pulls another one off and hands it to you. And in the packet is 10 days of rations, a calligraphy kit or map making kit. There is also a little note in the packet, which I didn't mention beforehand. It says, "If you are in need of rope, please let Sarah know." And then it has a list of like, it's not just rope, but it's like if you're in need of rope, a plate, a mug, basically anything that's typical traveler's gear. G. Number. And also in it is a badge that has a number on it.
Oh.
And the badge is made of a metal. And she writes, like, in another ledger, she writes down your number and, like, 50 foot of rope. And she gives you the 50-foot hemp rope.
This can get confusing.
It's very simple. If you have a badge, we take the number down and we charge the Adventuring Guild for it, which then they deduct from your salaries. If you ever collect.
I was simply referring to the number. Considering I already have a number.
Well,
I'm gonna assume it's a bigger number than just 7.
Certainly.
oh yeah. If you're looking at your numbers, it is in the thousands.
Let's say, how many digits do we have?
You are right behind. What was the
That his other character.
Garnell, Thrace?
Yeah.
Those are the names from the day before.
Interesting.
That's interesting. 7.
So yeah, yours would have been right behind Thrace because Garnell signed first.
Dimensions are melting a little.
Yeah,
Do you see Sid's name on there?
it's probably about 5 up there.
And like Zarina is somewhere about that.
Yeah, because it was Zarina, Sid, and I don't remember.
Snake guy.
Yeah, Tyler's character's name and Garnell all at the same time. I think it was Garnell. Yeah, Garnell was there. Yeah.
I suppose we should be on our way then.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, it would have been Yeah, Thrace would have been the last one, and I think it would have been Thrace, Serena, Garnell, Snake Person, and Sid. If I remember
Nobody
correctly.
knows.
That one you on TV. The local drunk.
There's more than one. So you get your 10 days rations, and she goes, so, granted you're only given 10 days, I would recommend more.
You can have mine. I did not need them while we were traveling.
Rations.
Rations. Right up the ears.
Me too. Okay, so you get 13, and you get 12.
3 silver a day.
So that is.
Let us do.
How many?
So 10 would be
3 gold.
3. So
Should we do 20? You do 3 and I do 3? Okay. So I buy another 10 days and
That's a gold. Or wait. 3. Yeah, no, another 10 days. That'd
Mhm.
be 30 silver, which is 3 gold.
I give her 3 gold. And
43 now. Taking 7s as well.
43 rations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, I'm a beefy voice. Okay.
how many is a 10 day? Like
10.
10? That's what I thought. But my brain is just like,
Yeah.
no, it has to be more than that.
Well, don't forget the 12 I gave you.
Yeah, I had it already. So I got
Sure, good.
37.
So you can last a month and a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad, considering the fact that the last party went out for a month and died.
They had been hunting for a few days at that point,
Yeah, that was the other thing. They ran out of food on the last couple of days.
Yeah.
which is why they wound up hunting, which is why they wound up with wars.
I guess after we get those, then I will visit that temple.
Okay.
Y'all have to come in. It's something I have to do. I go in. I'm just gonna
Follow, actually.
look around, see what's in there.
Okay. As you go in, there is a single person that's in robes, and he is currently like helping someone else, and he does the like, and he like points them in a direction, and he comes over and he's can I help you?
You here? Is there? I heard there was many different deities kind of honored here.
Yes, if we don't already have your deity for a small fee, we are able to put up your deity.
You have a crow slash carrier into the afterlife, death kind of.
There's about 5. what realm are you from?
Trying to decide if, because where I base this character off of is not in anything like this, but it's a different magic system altogether. Actually, since I used it before, I was gonna do
Say, we do have that deity, and he turns and like points in a direction, and it's like down and like a little corridor, and each basically as you look, each little there are thousands, like hundreds of alcoves,
yeah.
and there's a second story with more alcoves above it, and as you're looking in each one of them, there's like a little statue or altar with all sorts of, and some of them are widely adorned with like multiple stuff, and then some of them are very basic. Like there's an altar and the symbol, and that's it.
On my way towards where they pointed.
As you're looking, there are actually a couple of different like you hit an area, and there's like 3 or 4 like there are crows on the. Some of them even have it like the crow is on the outside looking over. Some have the like a crow or raven sitting in a woman's hand.
Whichever one would be the closest.
It takes you a second because some of them you like, oh, this is it, and you like look in and like the symbol is way wrong, and you're like, whoa, nope. And you're like, maybe this one. That's closer. This one. Oh, there we go.
Basically, just gotta sit there and silently just, you know, do a little prayer of, hey, wish me luck. And then I'll leave 3 gold.
Okay.
The character will also do a small prayer, but not too many days.
Okay.
Prayer might be a not quite the correct.
Sid, are you doing anything?
Currently Sid is struggling, so you can tell she's a little over encumbered.
Oh, do you want me to carry?
Yes, please. Good question.
Oh, that's right. Your strength is well.
Yeah.
I was like, how are you over encumbered?
Probably the 10 that I bought.
So now I'm sitting at 53.
Good now.
Nope. I'm still a little there. So.
Okay, what else do you have? Because I'm not hearing about you.
What's our weight at?
No.
I mean, it's gonna be the rations.
Torches, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's in there. 27, 54 pounds. Wait, are you? Does it say you're encumbered?
Yep, it says it on the top. Over encumbered.
over carrying capacity. What is your strength?
10.
So you need to get rid of 1 more pound.
Oh, so then just
I can take anything off of you.
so just drop 1 ration. Whatever it is.
So yeah, 2 pounds each. So
Hey,
there you go.
Thank you.
so I wanted to. I mean, I didn't carry that one too.
Well, no, I'll keep it. I'll eat the 1 just so I'm not starving. Should I have to undo something later?
Over carrying capacity 150.
That's where it is.
Carrying capacity is 150. You're at 151.
Now she's at 149.
I was at 170 something.
My carrying capacity is only 15 more than you, so, but I'm only at 25.5.
Well, yep, 149. I had to refresh.
Cool. So apparently my carrying capacity is 225. So I'm at 211.
I'm actually going to be like eating that rat actively as we are walking.
So how are you leaving town?
I figure we'll try and see if we can go through the tunnel.
Just so we have a better starting point.
As you get there are 4 or 5 guards.
Have you found anything yet?
Can we help you?
Have you found anything yet?
We helped show the sheriff this time.
Well, that's fine. No one's to go in or out.
We were hoping to use it to go the other way out, to follow what we were originally trying to do.
Unless William gives you a writ, you're not allowed through.
Yes, we will be going out of the gate.
Unless we were trying to do it.
Is it really worth it? We know what it is.
Takes a day just to get back to the wall on the other side. Might save us some time.
Worth a shot.
Use your ex-military skills.
I'll try. Go back towards the sheriff's. See if we can get a minute.
Okay. So you go to the sheriff's office. Let's see if he's there. Or if he's out somewhere else.
Please don't be Jared. Please don't be Jared.
You open the door, and there's the gentleman that was there the first time, and he's, can I help you?
Yeah, we're wanting to go ahead and continue what we were doing down the weird tunnel. And the tracks we found are on the other side, and we don't want to lose the day. So we didn't know if we could go through the tunnel, but they said we needed to do it.
Right.
Is there any way to do that?
Let me see. And he, like, gets up and walks to the through the doors to where the jail's at, and you hear muffled talking, and you hear the sound of the metal doors opening and closing, and
Napping in the cell.
he comes out. William and the other gentleman come out, and they so you want to go through that tunnel again?
Yeah, just to get to the other side, save us a day, trying to continue finding these goats.
And it seems that they were stolen through those tunnels. That's a starting point.
Okay. And as I don't say a reason not to give it to you, I guess wouldn't hurt anything.
I really appreciate
He grabs a piece of parchment, starts writing stuff down, and he rolls it up, and he grabs a piece of candle and a thing of wax and starts to, and he stamps it, hands it over, and he goes, "It's a one-time use, so I find another way if you have to come back through, and I wouldn't come back through unless you want to spend a day or whatever time you get in back there."
it. No, well, if we have what we're looking for, we'll come through the gates.
Wish you the best of luck. Not many people travel too far away, and I hope you don't get too lost.
But we don't have to go that far. Thank you.
You make your way back through town again.
Continue to munch on that and fill myself up as much as possible.
You hand over the writ. The guards gladly let you through. You get to the other side, and it is when you get to the other side, it's sealed. So you have to move and you come up, and there's no.
But definitely situated back.
And this is where we're going to stop. It's 10 o'clock. So if you guys start, if you three are available, we'll actually probably start before, like, as you've gotten the writ.
Mm-hmm.
So just write down the fact that you got the writ to go through the tunnel. And that's where we'll pick up if you decide to get, whenever this next
Bump
time.
into others.
Yeah. And that's exactly if you bump into somebody else or whatnot. That way, on the way back to the tunnel, well, we're going through this tunnel, and welcome to riding a ton. What's funny is I have like so much route through like the surrounding areas, and like we don't get out of the don't get out of the.
I mean, just trying to establish ourselves.
Yeah, oh, I know, but that's the fun part of like it's basically like doing the it's city building, city world.
Yeah.
So like you're having to like figure out how the city works before you.
Do anything.
This is cheapers in this.
Yeah, it was a little woodwork.
No, wrong one.
Figured it was probably the appropriate thing to do.
Oh, Paige.
Yeah.
Well, 1 second. I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching tonight. If you've enjoyed this, please hit the like, subscribe, whatever it is on your thing. Again, we play D&D on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time here on Twitch. And then on Saturdays, we have the upload onto YouTube. I'm Shinigami Tabris. I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you are. And until next time, everyone, peace.